Attention, this video was made to make you laugh. So if you like whining, leave now because this video isn't for you. Everyone dreams of being rich, but did you know that being poor also has its advantages? Look at me here, a poor guy making a video for other poor people to watch. We're united, we're a community. A poor person's fart on the bus will likely be smelled by another poor person nearby. In this beautiful unity, the fart smell quickly dissipates. The unity among the poor is something mysterious that even they don't notice themselves. The rich are always dying. Anyone who thinks that only news about rich people dying appears on television because they're rich is mistaken. Television doesn't show the death of poor people because the poor don't die. At least not from illness. Why do you think there are so many poor people in the world? Poor people are the most resistant to diseases. The kid is born in the mud, his first pet is a rat. That's it, the poor person's DNA is already prepared for all kinds of diseases. I even have a theory that all vaccines are made with poor people's blood. I've also come to the conclusion that rich people are dumb. Rich people buy expensive and bad food. These guys go there, pay 20,000 bucks to eat a live snail, and still call it escargot. I bet he went and got sick after eating that crap. Now, if a poor person won the lottery, he would show off a lot, man. Poor people are the ones who really know what good food is. He wouldn't order the 10 real lunchbox anymore. He'd order the 16 real one. My friend, the 16 real lunchbox isn't for just anyone. It's like the poor man's caviar, but it actually tastes good. Want to see another advantage poor people have that rich people are jealous of? Poor people got the aid, but rich people didn't. Of course, there were some sneaky guys who are already rich and still managed to get the aid, but that was all just out of jealousy of the poor. And the rich are needy, they need the poor for everything. Without the poor, the rich wouldn't even know how to wipe their own butts. The poor drive, the poor take out the trash, the poor do everything. Now imagine a world without poor people. The rich wouldn't even know how to plant a single thing and would starve. Poor people are economical. If there's anyone who understands management, it's the poor. If you think the intelligence of the poor stops at fixing a flip-flop with a nail, you're very mistaken. Poor people don't even buy masks for COVID. They just grab a coconut shell and put it on their face. There are so many hacks a poor person can come up with that I wouldn't be surprised if they've already made a time machine by accident. And you know what another advantage of being poor is? Poor people are more likely to give likes on videos, while rich people tend to be more arrogant and give dislikes if anything. Poor people will definitely like this video.
Wake up, you little rascal. The test is today, dummy. Get that skinny butt off the mattress and hurry up, because today is the day you're going to fail.
But what is this? Astragata Algorithm Jr. I hate this alarm clock. That bastard of a father of yours only buys junk. Let's get up and take a shower.
But Mom, a shower now? The water's cold.
No need to worry. I've heated up water to mix with the cold water in the bucket. Now take care of it.
Mom, is there any milk?
Breast milk has been gone for a long time. If you want some, buy a cow.
No, Mom, I'm talking about powdered milk.
No way. My son involved with drugs? Not a chance. Go have some coffee. Take care. Mom, I'm ready. Are you going to take me to school? What? Did you forget to weigh or something? No, it's just that I didn't want to walk. Oh, that's too bad. Do you want me to carry you in my arms? Yes, then here you go. Huh? Where is everyone? Astrogildo, what are you doing here? My mom told me to take the online test. Classes are no longer at school. You're already missing the online test at this hour? No way! Oh, but don't worry, son. You don't need to take the test. Really, teacher? Yes, because you've already failed. This is my new choice. Nothing can go wrong. State school with no future, little direction. Hey kid, fresh meat just arrived. Hey man, let's go to the bench. It's been a while since I've had a taste of quality meat. Meat? But where's the meat?
Actually,
it's more like chicken. A cross-eyed chicken. Man, don't hit him. Oh my god, that's so cute. Look at his little poo ball eyes. Okay, in that case, I won't punch him.
yay, that's great.
I'll hit him with you. Students, you bunch of useless animals. You are the worst class in the school. You only yell and make a mess, get disgraceful grades. I bet if I put a blind baboon to take the test instead of you, it would get the highest grade in the class. Because even if it got a 0, it would still have more potential than you bunch of useless people. But teacher, what is it?
It's just that classes started today. We're all new students. It's our first time here.
Oh, really? Well, I'm sorry, it's just force of habit. Hey, teacher, hi, what is it? Can I go to the bathroom? Look at those worthless people. Can't they urinate at home? Look, if you put the one in front of another one, what do you get? You get 2. Wrong. Is it 11? Approved. You can go home because you passed the year. But teacher, today is the first day. Did you forget that the last will be first and the first will be last? So consider that today is December 32nd.
Damn, I'm so hungry that I ate a hot dog.
Hey Vilea, do you know what the snack is going to be today?
I heard that today it's rice. Just rice?
Rice with egg. And they told me that tomorrow it's couscous with egg. Then bread with egg. The next day soup with egg. And finally egg with egg.
But what the hell
Is this?
Hey, what's all this noise? Quiet down!
Man, are you crazy or just plain stupid? Damn! One Volts presents Rich Brother versus Poor Brother. Rich Brother fighting. You fool! How dare you lay your filthy hands on my toys?
Silence, you backward sub-race of Australopithecines! Otherwise, I will go to our beloved caretaker, nicknamed Mother, to expose your regressive and unfriendly actions.
By all means, I will wait for you to commit such repugnant acts. Poor siblings fighting. Rich siblings having lunch. Jarbas, where is your sister Mary Jane? I don't know, Mom. The last time I saw that creature, she was lying in her quarters. Ah, yes, leave it. She'll have lunch later. Poor brothers having lunch. Franciscan, little Franciscan girl. Francisca, Francisco, big Francisco, Francis Nea, Francis Cleto, Francis Julia, Francis Francie. My God, Chiquinho is missing.
He's playing soccer outside, Mom.
Wow, what a stubborn boy. Mom, why does Chiquinho have a different name from the rest of us?
Ah, it's because, unlike your father, whose name is Francisval, the neighbor's name is Chico. Rich sibling sharing things. My beloved womb companion, could you share with me this wonderful bread that looks so crunchy?
Of course, my honorable brother. Feel free to take half of my bread.
Oh, such good manners.
Yes, Mom brings the scale so I can divide the bread into equal weight for me and Jabas.
Poor siblings sharing things.
Whoa, there's a piece of cake left. You have to share it with me. Man, you just have greedy eyes. This is unfair. It feels like a dream. Man, you already ate yours. Get out of here. Mom, Payadon doesn't want to share the cake with me. That's a lie, Mom. This little pest is just being greedy. Hey, you bunch of lizards, don't make me grab this cake and shove it right in the middle of your...
One Volts presents Rich Kid's Mom vs. Poor Kid's Mom. The rich kid's mom waking up her son.
Sweetie, hey, Mommy's little angel. Wake up, come on, baby. Go have breakfast, get ready to go to school. But Mommy, I want to sleep a little more. Oh, how cute.
If you get up now, I promise that when you come back from school, there will be a little present that Mommy prepared for you. The poor kid's mother waking up her son. Come on, get up, hurry. I want to sleep. Jusvelino escrisolenio. If you're late again, you're going to sleep a lot. You'll sleep for a week after the slap I'm going to give you. Mom, it's boring to go to school. You know what's boring? I have to wake up at dawn just to wake you up so you can go to school. Do you want to stay with me and help tidy up the house, son? Wash dishes, laundry, clean bathroom, make beds, mop floor, finish chores, water the cat. Rich kid's mom cleaning the house. Oh, this sink is already full of dishes again. Come on. Looks like I'll have to wash them. Gertrudes.
Yes.
Mrs. Pitson? Please wash these dishes.
Yes, Mrs. Pitson.
The poor boy's mother tidying up the house.
The sink is full of dishes again. It seems like I use plates excessively and just toss them in the sink. Mom, do you need assistance? For what? So you can break the dishes or leave the...
Glasses all with leftover milk at the bottom. I'll do it myself. This bathroom is rotten and dirty. The backyard is full of weeds. Nobody maintains it.
This living room is very dusty. Mom, do you want some help? You don't need to. You wouldn't even know how to do it anyway. All right, Mom, I'll go watch television. Ugh, nobody helps me.
In this house, the kids just watch television all day. They don't even wash a single dish. The rich kid's mom at the market.
Mom, I want a sheath.
Oh, my baby! Sir, how much for the whole jar?
Mom, only the candies are for sale, not the jar itself.
300 Rays, I'll pay.
Of course, miss. With that kind of money, if you want, you can even take me too.
Oh, that's disgusting.
The poor kid's mom at the market. Mom, I want some candy. Keep getting those bad grades you're getting at school, and in the future, you'll get a lot of candy, my son.
What did she mean by that?
But Mom, I wanted a chocolate. I already bought chocolate.
Really?
Yes, rice is good, beans are good, eggs are good, everything's good.
Oh, but I want something sweet.
Alright then, what a picky kid. Yay! Sir, add a kilo of sugar too.
That's not what I wanted.
One Volts presents Rich Dating versus Poor Dating. The rich guy lost in dating Emily. Say it, Marty.
Up here from this Eiffel Tower, I realized something.
What, that it's really tall?
No! I realized that everything is rusty, and I'm just waiting for this thing to collapse with us on top of it.
Oh my god. What? If this is the end, I want to tell you that I love you. Oh, will you be my girlfriend? But how many cars do you actually have? 10. Of course I accept. The poor guy asking me out. Whoa, 4-0, the goat's gonna bring down the roof. I've done so much in the dust that there's mud even in the air. Hey waiter, bring another shot. You've had too much to drink, you fool. And so far nothing's happened, not even a bit of luck. Whoa, the woman wants to date me.
Oh, I do want to.
Alright, my girlfriend will pay. The rich guy on Valentine's Day. Oh, is that you?
Yes, darling. Did you think I was going to let this special day go by unnoticed?
You're so sweet. Don't tell me you brought me flowers or chocolates. Actually, no. What I brought you are various stocks from the most diversified companies related to my current line of work in the financial market. Wow, you know me so well. I loved it. I knew you were going to love it. The poor guy on Valentine's Day. Open this door, Zebebinho.
Whoa, it's the installment collector.
It's your hot girlfriend. Hey guys, is it really? Where is she? It's me, silly. Alright, I found the woman, but where's that hottie you said they've been looking for all this time? You idiot, did you forget that today is Valentine's Day? And what do I have to do with it? It's their day. Go blame them. Don't you have anything to give me? Look, I actually do have something, but I don't know if you'll like it. What's that? I love you. Anything that comes from the heart is good enough. Alright then. Here, this is my electricity bill. It's about 3 months overdue. I'm giving it to you from the bottom of my heart. Next patient, you can come in. Good morning, doctor. You can sit over there. So, what are you feeling? I'm feeling a really bad toothache. Let's take a look. Ouch, ow, ouch, ow.
Ow, 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 ow.
So, doctor, which tooth is it? I hadn't even touched the tooth yet. I was just putting on an apron and I found out you have a dislocated arm and a broken leg. Right. But well, let's get to the teeth, right? Open your mouth, my son. Ah! Yikes. What is it, doctor? Is it very serious? No, that's not it. No. It's just that I almost fainted from the stench of your breath. Here, chew this mint candy. Go on. Nom 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 nom. Done. Let's try again. Open your mouth. Ah. When I touch here, does it hurt? Ouch. When I touch here, does it hurt? Ow! And when I touch here and here? Ow! Ow! Ouch! Ouch! I have two pieces of news for you. One good and one bad. Tell me the good one, doctor. In your mouth, there's only one bad tooth. Really, doctor? And the rest? All rotten. Oh, damn. But don't worry. I'll do a treatment that will make your teeth as good as new. Really? Is there such a thing? Yes, technology is advanced, my son. And what will the treatment be, doctor? I'm going to pull out all your teeth and put in dentures. My God, doctor, but won't that hurt? No, it won't, my son. I can pull them all out today without needing anesthesia or pliers. Really, doctor? How can you be so sure? Your teeth are so decayed that 3 fell out into my hand just by touching them. Look! Oh, yes. So, my son, did you like it? I liked it, doctor. It's a nice smile. Ah, that's great. But doctor, now I can't stop smiling. I'm so happy, right, my son? No, doctor, it's that I can't close my mouth. Ah, don't worry about that. It's just that the mouth of the deceased was bigger. Whoa! 1 Volt presents Rich Dad versus Poor Dad. The rich man's son asks his dad for money. Dad, give me some money. Why do you want money, Michael Jackson? I want to buy a new PlayStation.
5, Dad.
But Jackson, you already have the PlayStation 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yes, Dad, but now I need the new PlayStation 5.
And what's new about this PlayStation 5? Its controller has multiple vibrations, Dad.
Wow.
Here, I'll give you 6.
1,000 rays, just don't turn gay. Thanks, Dad. The poor man's son asked his father for money.
Dad, give me some money.
What do you want money for?
Because I wanted to play video games over there on the corner.
And how much is it?
1 reel per hour.
Here, I'll give you 50 cents and don't spend it all, okay? Which kid's father teaching his son how to ride a bike? I'm doing it, Dad. Good job, son. First try. Yay, it's so easy. Poor dad teaches his son how to ride a bike. Come on, Dad. How do I start? See this hill? I want
you to make it to the bottom alive.
But Dad, wouldn't it be better to put training wheels on the bike?
And doesn't the bike already have 2 wheels? With yours, that makes 3. What more do you want?
I'm going to let go, okay? 1, 2.
You didn't even say 3.
It's just that I can only count up to 2. Are you alive?
Yes.
Then let's go again. And if you fall again, you're going to get beaten.
What's the difference between the rich and the poor? Those who think the difference is just in the name are mistaken. The differences begin from birth. The rich person's mother, for example. The boy is running around, then suddenly falls to the ground. Oh my God! Please, Aristoteles. Dr. House, take this boy and immediately take him to the infirmary on the 3rd floor. All these kids. Now it's the poor one's turn. The boy is running, he falls down, and before he can even scream, she's already the one screaming. Whoa. She still asks, "Did you fall?" "No, Mom." "Did it hurt?" "No, Mom. No, Mom." Actually, the answer doesn't even matter because she's going to pick the boy up, but not to take care of his wound, no. It's actually to give him a good spanking because in the logic of a poor mom, if you fall, you have to get a beating. The rich mom just speaks softly, "Please, Yarbas, bring breakfast." "Yes, Mom." Now the poor mom, if she says she's going to buy bread in the backyard, the baker from the next neighborhood already hears her and opens the bakery because he knows a customer is coming. The rich mom doesn't clean the house. She has employees everywhere. She doesn't even know how to wash her own butt because the toilet does it for her, spraying a thin jet of water right on her butt. Now the poor mom, from the day she is born until the day she dies, her job is to take care of the house. She does so much of the same thing. That's why the poor mom is always angry. As a bonus, she still has to raise the kids, and the only job she gives them is to fill up the bottles. But the boys, all day long with dry lips, don't drink a glass of water and forget. The result? The difference between the rich and poor is that the poor get another spanking. It's not just with the mom, but also with the kids. The rich kid has expensive and nice toys. He plays carefully to avoid breaking them. And the poor kid plays with dead firecrackers, putting the fuse in his mouth, lighting it, and making the thing explode.
Imagine the fun. When the rich kid falls, he gets all hurt.
If he stubs his toe, he needs to put his leg in a cast and rest for 3 months, taking medicine and eating healthy. But when a poor kid falls, he activates the emergency siren function. The boy takes a deep breath and lets out a scream so loud that if death came to get him, it would turn back. He could fall into a dry well, at most scrape his knee, and the next day he's already running again.
A rich kid has a proper and balanced diet.
A candy with just 1% more sugar can give a kid diabetes, and a small cold can leave them bedridden with fever. But what about the unfortunate child? A poor kid eats dirt while sitting in the sewer and doesn't get sick. And when he does get sick, he goes around sneezing and sniffling in the street to share the cold with his other friends. It's a beautiful kind of unity. Rich kids are dumb. If you give 100 Rees to a rich kid, he'll put it in his mouth, tear it up, and throw it on the ground. If you give that money to a poor kid, he'll independently buy diapers and powdered milk at the store. He'll even keep some to buy candy and impress girls. And speaking of mother and son, we can't forget about family, because there's also a difference between a rich family and a poor family. Rich families only get together at funerals. It's rare to see a rich family together unless it's because of a funeral, because they're there to get their share of the inheritance. But poor families, no. Poor families have a WhatsApp group just to say good morning, good afternoon, and good night. They see each other all the time. You go to the corner, your uncle is there on the sidewalk. Look at the window, your grandma is there. Poor families visit a lot of other relatives because that way they eat their food and make their own food last longer. And what about the size of the family? Wealthy families are small, often consisting of just 5 members, parents, a child, and grandparents. They limit their family size to avoid higher expenses and dividing the inheritance. In contrast, poor families tend to be larger. In every state of Brazil, a poor person is likely to claim they have a relative living there due to the large number of kids, cousins, aunts, and grandchildren in their family, which can't fit in a single house. When a rich family gets together, they're quiet and reserved so that when it comes to legal matters, no one has any proof of what the other said. They're cold and calculating. But when a poor family gets together, it's a lot of noise, laughter, fights, and jokes. Nobody cares about anything. They talk bad about each other right to their faces, share their plans with everyone, and don't care at all. But what about when they decide to travel? The rich take fancy planes, always flying first class, but the poor take an illegal minibus at 6 in the morning. The guy just pushes people inside the minibus, you know? Where 30 people fit, they make 50 fit. The rich travel to the beaches of Colorado or the rivers of Mesopotamia. They don't even need to bring cash because they have a limitless black card. But the poor travel to any river or beach. It doesn't matter if it's polluted, has sharks or piranhas. What matters is that it's close by, so it's cheaper. They only bring enough money for the trip there and back. They tell the kids to eat a lot before leaving because they're not buying food when they get there. It's a 3-hour trip just to take a swim and then head back home. When the rich arrive at the beach, they go to the best seaside restaurant. They consume various unhealthy but costly foods. The taste is irrelevant. What matters is the high price to flaunt their wealth. Now the poor guy buys a 1-liter Coke at the stand just so he has the right to stay at someone else's stand. And then he takes a picture trying to show off with a hashtag at the beach. But the party belongs to the rich guy. Wine, champagne, and live classical music. With his wealth, he could even hire Beethoven to perform. In contrast, the poor guy just buys the cheapest, worst cachaça in bulk. He plays incomprehensible drunk music. If I live, I live.
If I die, I live. If I die, I live.
To make matters worse, he blasts the volume so loud the speakers nearly burst, flaunting his joy and celebration. The rich only invite wealthy and famous guests and celebrities. There's no fighting, just gossip and hidden agendas. They say goodbye claiming it was great while secretly criticizing everything. But the poor drink and invite neighbors, friends, and random passers-by. After a few drinks, a fight breaks out, then confusion, followed by laughter once again. They say goodbye saying they're already looking forward to the next one, and everyone leaves happy and drunk. And what about when the rich get sick? The doctor personally goes to the rich person's house to get the patient, but when the poor get sick, they have to drag themselves to the hospital almost dying because the ambulance only arrives when the poor person is already dead. In the waiting room of the rich hospital, there's air conditioning, a 4K television, a video game room for the kids. A lady serves tea, coffee, whatever you want. The waiting room at the poor people's hospital reflects hell itself. The service is terrible, with no drinking water or cups unless bought from the store. The chairs are full, the television shows a single bad channel. Kids cry, people die, and some lie on the floor. Entering with one virus means leaving with 10 more. If the rich person finds out they only have 1 month left to live, the doctor will stay with them the whole time, comforting them and trying to find a cure. But if the poor person has only 1 month left to live, the doctor says, you'll die in a month next. The rich person's medicine is expensive, and the doctor even tests it on himself to assure the rich person that it's safe to take. If the medicine harms the wealthy patient, he sues the hospital and profits further. The hospital for the poor lacks medicine. Patients must buy it from the pharmacy with the doctor's illegible prescription. The pharmacist's prescription error leads to the patient's death. And the family doesn't even have the right to sue. The judge just says to be more careful next time. And finally, we have the difference between the rich person's street and the poor person's street. Rich people's streets have rich and quiet neighbors. It even seems like they're dead. Houses are far apart because of the size of the lots. The street is practically empty, just a few people out for a walk. Poor people's streets are full of noise, neighbors fighting, kids playing in the middle of the street. Old ladies sit on the sidewalk to watch other people's lives. On the rich person's street, if a police car stops at someone's house, nobody goes outside. They're afraid the police will find out about their schemes. They're scared of reporters and newspapers. On the poor person's street, if anything happens like a police car stopping, everyone comes outside. And the poor are always hoping someone gets shot right on their sidewalk. Just so if they show up on the news report, they can blow a kiss to the camera and post it on social media. #I was on television. 1Volt presents Rich vs Poor Playing. The Rich Kids Toys. Oh baby, I want you to buy me more toys. But Mary Jane, you already have Barbie dolls of every profession. I even recently bought you the Barbie escort. What else do you want?
It's just that now they released the Loan Shark Barbie and the Dealer Barbie, and I wanted both to complete my collection.
Oh, Mary Jane, I just hope you really play with them. See you, your dad. The poor kids' toys.
Astro Gildo, what are you doing with that junk?
I killed her, Mom. Now I'm having her funeral. The coffin is this matchbox. But boy, with so many toys that you
have, are you really going to play with the dead Katenga? And the little car I made with bottle caps? For you?
I lost it. You lost it? How?
I bet my marbles, but the boy outplayed me. He won all my marbles and even my little car. Now you'll get a spanking. If you bet, at least win, you fool. No, Mom, no.
The rich kid playing. Where is Mary Jane?
She's playing with her little friends. But isn't she in her room all day?
But why are you so square?
Or rather round. She's playing online with her virtual friends. The poor guy playing. Astro Gildo, where are you? Hey, have you seen Astro Gildo? He's out on the street playing soccer with Marquinhos do Lavajado's son. I already told him not to play soccer with that troublemaker. That boy is trouble incarnate. He hit Cleonice, Chiso Sebastian's wife, with a soccer ball the other day. I'm going to kill Astro Gildo for associating with such people.
Go on, kick the ball. You can do it. Oh.
Rich people buy things in cash. When a rich person buys, it's in cash. When a poor person buys, it's on credit. When a rich person steals, they're a politician. When a poor person steals, they're miserable. When a rich person goes to jail, they're privileged. When a poor person goes to jail, they get stabbed. When a rich person goes to the hospital, they leave cured. When a poor person goes to the hospital, they leave infected. A rich person on the street is a pedestrian. A poor person on the street is a beggar. A rich person in traffic is a driver. A poor person in traffic is a pizza delivery guy. A rich person is someone who flies on airplanes. Poor people only ride the bus. Rich people take showers. Poor people haven't even finished building their bathroom. Rich people wipe their butts with money. Poor people have already used up the whole notebook. Rich people are the loan sharks. Poor people are the ones who get shot in the back. Rich people have the latest car. Poor people are still paying for their motorcycle. Rich people are the ones who call the police. Poor people are the ones who get beaten up. Rich people are the ones who have a maid. Poor people treat their mother like a slave. When a rich person catches a cold, they feel really sick. Poor people eat dirt in the backyard. Rich people have cute little dogs. Poor people have little devil dogs. Rich people eat 5 meals. Poor people eat when there's still bread left. When rich people sleep, they're resting. When poor people sleep, they're lazy. When rich people work, they're hardworking. When poor people work, they're slaves. Rich people have very white teeth. Poor people's teeth have all fallen out. Rich people have flat abs. Poor people have a wine barrel belly. Rich people have capital in the bank. Poor people in the bank are emergency aid. A rich person on the bridge is a consultant. A poor person on the bridge is the sniffer. A rich person in the market is a buyer. A poor person in the market is a packer. A rich person eats with an apron. A poor person eats like an animal. A rich person doesn't listen to this song. A poor person says I'm a terrible singer. Now I'll leave because it's time. And the police are already at my door.
Hi everyone, One Votes here. Before we begin, I wanted to share that I've opened a post office box. Now you can send me a letter, drawing, gift, whatever you want for me or for my family, the Volts family. I'll make a video showing the things I got from you. If you want your gifts, drawings or letters featured on the channel, ask a responsible adult to send them to this post office box. Right here. Enjoy the video. Rich and poor alike are born ignorant. That's an undeniable fact. So, in order to acquire the knowledge needed to try to live, both need to study. Today, we'll discuss the differences between rich and poor students at school. The rich kids' education begins at daycare, where they learn to socialize with others from a young age. There are several themed toys that were made to stimulate the minds of the little ones, because from there, future brilliant minds will emerge. Sometimes, the poor kids' schooling starts at home. To send them to daycare, you have to pay, so parents prefer to wait until elementary school. A baby's life revolves around sleeping, crying, and pooping. However, even in that messy environment, a brilliant mind can still emerge. So finally, starting at 6 years old, both the rich and the poor go to elementary school. The law puts an end to playtime and things get serious. The rich kid's elementary school has all the necessary equipment to force the child's brain to acquire knowledge. The child begins learning English simply by seeing the school's name hover. On the other hand, the poor kid's school is named after some random person nobody's ever heard of. The kid goes in front of the school, and there it is. Elementary School Alirio Ademiro da Fonseca Manca. Yeah, but that was the founder of the fishing club in the village where Judas lost his boots. Then you go look at the population of the village, 100 people. Out of those 110 have heard of Alirio and 1 has fished with him. The rich kid has a psychologist at school since kindergarten. Each subject has a different teacher, so the kid doesn't get tired of looking at the same face. At the poor kid's school, life is the psychologist. The weak cry and the strong hit. It's a pretty simple concept. There's only one teacher to teach everything. Portuguese, math, history, geography. On top of that, she has to break up fights and listen to complaints from mothers who got mad because their kid got beaten up by Julinho Cascagrossa. At the rich kids' school, the concept of studying is different. There they don't have grades from 0 to 10. I mean, they do have them, but the kids don't know about them because the rewards for learning are different. If you do badly on the test, the teacher stamps it with a cool. If you did well, she stamps your work with a fantastic. For getting everything right, she stamps it with a star and puts a little star on your forehead. What kid wouldn't want to get a little star on their forehead? In the poor kids' school, learning is based on threats. This teaching method begins at home, with the mother threatening the boy with a slipper if he performs poorly at school. At school, the teacher constantly threatens Juninho, saying he's on the verge of failing and becoming a future inmate while grading tests on a scale of 0 to 10. I'm just kidding. My people, I exaggerated. A rich kid has a pretty blonde nanny at home to encourage studying, both at school for a gold star and at home to please her. It's a perfect strategy. A poor kid throws his backpack on the couch, doesn't change, and watches television. He misses television globinho. Then he eats and goes outside to play soccer, marbles, fight, and run from the police. Just kidding, for God's sake, I take this seriously, I'm poor too. In short, he ends up forgetting to do his homework, and this simple act is the reason the country is broken. Because that's where corruption is born. Because the rich can be smart, have a lot of knowledge in their heads, but the rich will never have the street smarts of the poor. That's something you can't teach, you have to learn it. Because the poor kid forgot his homework, but he's not going to lose points. He has two options. Either threaten to beat up the nerd at school or bribe the nerd. That's how it was, my friends. That's where corruption was born. And do you know what the price of a bribe is? School snacks and lunches are used as currency, with cream crackers worth 1 question and Maria cookies worth 2. Yogurt can even buy off the teacher. The bathrooms in the rich kids' school are impressive. The rich kid's bathroom floor is so clean that licking it would transfer bacteria from your tongue to the floor. If you make juice in the toilet, it'll be more hygienic than the pitcher you washed with that old sponge of yours. Now the poor kid's bathroom? I bet even a morgue doesn't smell that bad. The stench is noticeable even when wearing a gas mask. The bathroom stench is so strong that even mosquitoes crawl instead of flying. The walls are covered in more revolting things than you'd find in a biology textbook. You go in innocent and come out traumatized. I'm still impressed that the bathroom blonde can stand it every day smelling that stench, just to scare someone one day. Now that's an empowered woman. So, at the end of the world, every day we have a more devastating surprise, literally. After the classic meteors, hurricanes, earthquakes, and tsunamis, the newest apocalypse release is the coronavirus. Coronavirus, a more compact virus, easier to spread and infect, elegant and deadly. Coronavirus, a Jaquity release. Wow. But everyone is already talking about this virus everywhere. So today I'm not going to talk about the virus, I'm going to talk about the quarantine, which was one of the bonuses that came with it. So today let's talk about the rich versus the poor during quarantine. The rich person's quarantine isn't even called quarantine. It has a fancier name. It's called an unplanned vacation. The rich person in quarantine grabs their bitten Apple tablet and talks to Alexa because who says what? Google is for the less affluent. The wealthy use Alexa. Alexa, what are the best
hotels in my area to spend the quarantine?
According to Google, the Golden Private Hotel is the highest rated 5-star hotel in the city with a daily rate of $5,500 per person. Then the guy goes and posts it on Twitter.
Ugh, I can't stand quarantine anymore. I'll need a therapist when all this is over.
What if he came out of a bathtub eating grapes being fed? What about the poor? Do you know where they spend quarantine? I doubt you can guess, but I think maybe you got close. Poor people spend quarantine on the street. What? Did you think it was at home? But relax, they haven't started throwing rocks at us yet. Rich people are like squirrels. They've got food stored up. A rich person's fridge is so full there's not even space to chill anything. Rich people have a room just for storing food. He can easily go 6 months without needing to buy anything. Now, do you think poor people have food stocked up like that? Even the rats have more food in a poor person's house. The dad must buy cream crackers for the kids before they wake up and work all day to afford more for the next morning. Quarantine for the poor means working in hiding like selling drugs. If caught selling popsicles, the police will make him swallow the sticks one by one. Then there are people who say, oh, is it so hard for poor people to stay home for 15 days? Okay, let's do a simulation. The poor person, 15 days at home. First day, eats his cream crackers while watching the evening news. Wonderful! Second day, the cream crackers are gone, so he eats rice with eggs, but he's still eating while watching the evening news. Wonderful! Third day, the eggs are gone, and he can't go out to buy more. After all, he's already been 3 days without working, so the money's gone. But he'll eat rice and drink water. Are you going to say that's bad? And still watching the evening news, how wonderful. Fourth day, the gas is gone, the electricity is cut off, the water is cut off, the rice is gone, and today there's no evening news. Fifth day, the poor man died in the dark. See, the poor are always roasting and eating. The day they don't roast, they die. That's why I told you that the last thing the poor worry about is dying from a virus. Because there are so many things trying to kill the poor every day that it's hard for the virus to even find a way in. The poor eat food made in questionable ways on the street every day. It's pastries, churros, and chicken croquettes fried in oil so black that Pele would look pale next to the color of that oil. Because the poor learn it early on that if something is working, there's no reason to change it. Is the oil black? Is it? Does it look like your phlegm from the swamp monster? It does. But isn't it still frying? If it's frying, that's what matters. The rich have video games to forget about the outside world, while the poor have cell phones and television at home to see what's happening.
A study shows that every time you breathe, another 5,000 die from the virus.
You check your family WhatsApp group and find your uncle saying not to drink tap water anymore. People were bathing in the river, spreading the virus through the water. You go on YouTube and every video is about the coronavirus, like the one you're watching now. There's never a moment of peace. But there are poor people who are sneaky too. They grab a bottle of cachaça, sit on the sidewalk in the hot sun, and keep drinking without a mask. If the unlucky man survives the scorching heat, the virus will kill him. But the worst part is he survives, catches the virus and spreads it to others. One Votes presents Rich vs Poor at the restaurant. The rich guy chose to go to the restaurant. Jarbas, I'd like to have lunch at the city's priciest restaurant today.
I know a restaurant where the prices are outrageous, ma'am.
Perfect, that's exactly the one I want.
But there's just one thing, ma'am. The food there is terrible.
But isn't it expensive?
Yes, it's ridiculously expensive.
So that's what matters, silly. I'm mostly going to take pictures and show off on social media. Oh yeah. The poor guy chose at the restaurant.
But didn't you say you got paid today? Let's eat out. Hey, just because I got paid doesn't mean I'm made of money. If you want to eat out, grab your plate and go eat in the backyard.
Just for today, okay? What a stubborn boy. Hello, is this the pastry shop?
Yes, we sell pastries. No, ma'am, we sell screws. Oh, that's a shame. I thought you sold pastries. I'm kidding. We do have pastries. How much are they?
$8.50. Are you kidding me? $8.50 for a pastry?
My dear, I'm just trying to buy a pastry. This isn't your store. How much for two? 2 is 20 reais plus a 3 reais delivery fee.
What is it?
I'm buying this crap for this ridiculous price and I still have to pay the delivery fee? Forget it, cancel it, go. With 20 reais, I can buy the ingredient and eat pastel all year long. Go screw yourself.
Oh my gosh.
The rich guy making an order.
Hello, mademoiselle. What would you like to order?
I want a caviar potion with barbecue sauce, accompanied by Mediterranean seafood, and a fine red wine from the 2nd century before Christ vintage.
Great choice. I'll take care of it.
These rich people are really dumb.
Caviar. I'm just going to grab some papaya seeds and cover them with mayonnaise, so she thinks it's caviar with barbecue sauce. As for the seafood, I'll bring a watermelon. After all, what fruit has more water than that?
And the wine?
I don't even know when it was, the 2nd century. I'll just make some grape juice and pour it into one of those empty beer bottles. The poor guy making a request.
So what would you like?
2 hot dogs, a Fanta, and change for a 20. Coming right up!
Mom, I want the Honor Volties action figures.
One Votes presents Rich vs Poor stealing. The rich guy stealing. I promise that when I win, there will always be bread on the table. There will be the best of everything. Good education for the kids. Money in your pocket.
Seta goiaba, seta goiaba, seta goiaba.
Hey. I just didn't say that this is for you guys. The poor stealing. Hey man, come on, hand it all over. Are you pretending to be crazy, huh? I told you to hand everything over. Hey, you damn tree. Hey, give me a mango or I'll use the saw on you. The rich getting ready to steal. Let's go. The strategy is really simple. I'm going to shake hands with some poor people, hug other poor people. The poorer and dirtier the poor person I hug, the more humble I'll look. Then to top it all off, I just have to hold some babies in my arms. The perfect strategy. The poor getting ready to steal. Hey man, lend me your motorcycle. Seriously man, it's nothing. I'm just going for a ride. Stay cool. Leave it to me. Hey man, you already have a motorcycle, now I just need to find a guy. After all, 2 guys on a motorcycle is the perfect kit to snatch some cell phones out there. Look, a rich guy getting arrested.
Police, we have an arrest warrant for Congressman Zeta Goyaba. Wow, the congressman is now sleeping in his quarters after all. It's 8 in the morning.
And what time does he wake up?
Oh, he usually wakes up at 2 or 3 in the afternoon.
Alright, I'll wait.
I owe him the favors, right? You know how it is.
Would you like some coffee?
Hey, how can I help you?
If you bring the bread rolls, I might even reduce his sentence.
The poor guy getting arrested. Police, hands on your head.
What? Where am I?
Shut up, punk. You're under arrest. But what did I do? Don't play dumb. You were the one who stole that white chicken, weren't you? Chicken? What chicken? Who said that? The chicken told me. You're going to jail for a nice vacation, fool. When I get out, I'll make chicken soup with you.